Hi, welcome. This is Dr. John DeMartini. This is one of the most amazing and inspiring shows that you can listen into. If you want to be on the edge of your seats, if you want to open up your heart, if you want to expand your mind, and you want to meet incredible people, stay tuned because you're just about to experience a transformative radio show that will change your life. And you're listening to the Dr. Pat Show that's coming up right next.
The following audio is via a Skype call.
Welcome to the Dr. Pat Show. Talk radio to thrive by. Powerful, inspiring, and coming to you live, bringing you stories of people like you and me, busting through and living life full out. Get ready to dare to wonder what your life would be like if you knew you could not fail.
Hi, this is Colette Marie Stefan, and I am so happy today to be able to fill in for Dr. Pat on her show. Thank you, Pat. It's an honor. And I am here. I usually have my radio show, The Truth is Funny, which is 8 o'clock a.m. Pacific time tomorrow. But on today's show with Pat, I have a very special guest that I'm really, really happy to bring on. And her name is Paula Parker. Clients affectionately call Paula their consigliere. Said another way, Paula is a high-profile CEO advisor and business alchemist. From business strategy to leadership development to mindset alignment, she shows clients how to materialize an idea or transform the energy of any problem and direct it towards a solution. Paula's ability to diagnose the core issue is her secret sauce. Her methods are what few, if any, advisors and strategists, political otherwise, know, let alone employ. It's part Madison Avenue, marketing wizardry, part metaphysics and psychology. Having bootstrapped businesses to generating upwards to $33 million in sales, to a deep understanding and practical application of science of mind principles, Paula is an advisor with a rare combination of business and metaphysical expertise. When Paula isn't advising high-profile CEOs, she's been known to whip up a batch of the best meatballs east of the Mississippi. Are you there, Paula?
I am, Colette. Hi, how are you? It's so nice to be here.
Yes, it's my pleasure. And, I was just, Pat is also a meatball expertise. So we were just talking earlier, we might have to have a meatball, what did we call it?
A meatball off.
A meatball off. Thank you, Benny.
Competition at its best right around here.
So today's show, I wanted to talk about success. And I wanted to talk about affirmations for success. And if you go to thetruthисfunny.com and sign up for my newsletter, you will receive a free audio that runs through this. I just want to explain what I mean when I say that affirmations for success quite often don't seem to work for people, and explain kind of why that is. And basically, pouring energy into wishing is a total waste of time, because the assumption that the desires of the conscious mind will manifest what a person desires through and repeated affirmations leads to frustration and unsatisfied authentic desires and unexpressed potential. So conscious desires have to be aligned with choices made on the subconscious and unconscious level to manifest into reality. And so when my affirmations for success, that this audio, it's around 35 minutes long, and I explain that more fully on there. And I also explain, do energetic shifting for people as I run through these affirmations. The affirmations are about integrity, ideals, life force energy, perseverance, multitasking, performance, accountability, consistency, etc. And what I do on that MP3 is I tested, as I was doing it, what the leading weaknesses are for the general population, for the collective influence. So, and it's a really good tool. A lot of people have said they have a lot of success with it. I've had a lot of success with it. So, go for it if you want to sign up there at thetruthисfunny.com. And now, Paula, we're going to talk about success. So
I'm game.
I know you are. So maybe we should get started by just saying, how we met and what it is you do. First, tell us about yourself, and then we'll talk about how we met.
Well, very long story short, I spent almost 3 decades in a corporate environment, and really didn't. The last probably 15 years, it wasn't resonating with me any longer, and I was not happy, and I could feel that unhappiness seeping into all of my cells. So I took the complete leap of faith and left and started out on my own business. And I started out on one particular idea, and that I had a little sort of specialty magnet business with affirmations and inspirational sayings on them. Right, and it didn't work. In fact, it failed miserably, and there I was with a business that didn't work, and being very accustomed to earning a great salary, all the perks, the 401k, the 5 weeks vacation, the travel, et cetera, and there I was. So what ended up happening was 2 calls out of the blue from people that had known me, said, what are you up to? And I told them, and they said, well, we'd like to hire you for some consulting work. And I said, okay. So I went along that path. Basically, the path chose me. I didn't choose the path, but it seems that when I aligned with my core competencies, things really started to move. But then I hit a wall, and that's when I called you. And looking for your guidance, because no matter what I was doing, it wasn't working, and it was driving me crazy.
I understand that concept.
Yeah, it's like doing everything that you know how. I used to run trade shows for a living and push millions of pounds of freight across Union Docks and build like a city within 3 days and have it be successful. Being out on my own and trying everything that I knew how to do, and it wasn't working. And that's when I reached out to you, because I heard of you and I heard of your work. I said, I just need to contact Colette, because if anybody can sort of help me, if there's an energetic block that is beyond my comprehension, it was going to be you. And that's the conversation that we had a year and a half ago, I believe January.
Yeah, and what's happened since?
Well, what's happened since, you were so gracious to spend so much time and hear me. I was literally making nothing, maybe scraping by with $9,000. I have the support of a husband. It's different, though, because I came into the marriage with my own portfolio. I didn't get married till later on in life, so I was accustomed to earning my own way, so to speak, and it was tearing me apart. And you talked me through it. You looked at certain things, you saw certain things, and you said, I remember it. You said, I will be working on you. I will help you. And I just went along, going along, doing what I was doing. Pretty much, I do course correct. I do examine the situation, and I do redirect and course correct when I know that when something's not working and I want to shift the direction. But then all of a sudden, the things just started magically happening. I said, and you know what kept me going, Colette, was your words that you said that you would work on me. And then you called and left a message on my voicemail, and I got that. And I'm like, somewhere out there is another soul that is helping me along at a level that I'm really not aware of. I know that it exists, but I don't have the depth of knowledge in the work that you do, obviously, yet that kept me going, and then things just started to pop. And now I'm being approached, instead of me reaching out, and it's not to say that I don't do the work. I am doing the work, and I have to do the marketing of a business, because when you're an entrepreneur, you are everything. You're the IT person, you're the marketing person, you're everything. You're the lunch getter, you're the finance person, and I still do that. But it seems as if the energy has shifted, and now I'm being approached by high-profile CEOs to be their mentor, which is it's phenomenal, because I'm using a combination of metaphysical principles and then the basic business principles that I've acquired over the past 3 decades of being in the corporate arena.
I have to tell you, You make my heart sing. You're the reason why I do what I do. And I love to empower people through, a lot of times we think that it's one thing or another, and it's never what you think it is. And, we have to take a quick break right now, but when we come back, we'll talk a little bit more about this. You're listening to the Dr. Pat Show with Colette Marie Stefan and my guest, Paula Parker. And when we return, we're going to share more ways to shift this energy. And you can call in if you would like to, 1-800-930-2819. We'll be right back.
Perduto como cane miezza via.
Transformation Talk Radio is dedicated to the education and awareness of Lyme disease.
Hey, everybody. Welcome back to Lyme Talk Radio. I'm Dr. Pat, joined here by
Dr. Nusheen Darvish.
Dr. Pat Basili and Dr. Nusheen Darvish will be bringing the most innovative, groundbreaking information, research, treatment innovations, and stories from those it affects every day.
I'm so excited to be talking about this.
We have so much to share.
Dr. Darvish and I are planning to do is connect the dots.
People suffering with all sorts of chronic diseases, it's time. It is time for them to transform.
Tune into Lyme Talk Radio and help keep our mission strong.
For the loyal listeners out there that have been listening to this incredible show on Lyme disease, we are not going to let you down. We're going to come through stronger and enrich the platform for Lyme disease awareness through Lyme Talk Radio. The message will continue, the conversations will become stronger, and the healing epic. Hey everyone, meet my friends at the maca team. The ancient Inca root vegetable maca is known worldwide for its huge array of health benefits. As a family-run company of true maca specialists, the maca team is here to bring you the best maca the Peruvian mountains has to offer. Yellow maca, used to promote endurance, vitality, fertility, hormone health, and much more, is on sale now. I love it. Visit themacateam.com to order yours now. Themacateam.com.
Are you searching? Looking for a sign? A message you need to hear? From the great unknown? From the most mysterious place that is the most familiar to your soul, in the depths of who you are? The universe put someone here to talk to, someone God gave a blessing to, that you may find insight with. TheAngelLady.net. 1-800-323-1790.
Chris Stanis is a spiritual leader and healer and teaches a course on how you can transform your life through a meditation and healing system that will manifest your spirit's dreams. She manifested the Women of Wisdom Conference, the Women of Wisdom book, and this radio show. And she can show you how to change your life too. Are you ready? Visit the website and contact her at voicesofwomentoday.com. That's voicesofwomentoday.com.
There are so many resources out there for meditation. But did you know that Atana's Heart Earth Healing Meditation is available for you for free? Yes, that's right. You can receive this free healing meditation today from Atana Badili. All you need to do is visit his website, atanamethod.com. That's ATAANA method.com, and sign up. You will receive your free meditation instantly. That's atanamethod.com.
Are you ready for a game changer? Sarah Westall is bringing you Business Game Changers Radio. Sarah brings you leading experts, visionaries, and newsmakers who provide the best commentary on big issues and cutting-edge innovations. Sarah's 20 years as a business executive will help you think like an entrepreneur with expertise, energy, and attitude. Tune into Business Game Changers Mondays at noon Pacific, 3 Eastern on TransformationTalkRadio.com.
When the moon hits your eye like a big pizza pie, that's amore. When the world seems to shine like you've had too much wine, that's amore.
We are back on the Dr. Pat Show. This is Colette Marie Stefan. I'm filling in for Pat today, and I have Paula Parker on the show, and we are talking about success, affirmations for success. And Paula, I just wanted to, before we continue, could you please just share your contact information with everybody?
Sure. If people would like to visit my website to get a good sense of what I do, it's obviously www.businessalchemist.biz. That's businessalchemist.biz. They can reach me there, and they can have a good sense of what I do.
Awesome. And what is a business alchemist?
Great question, Colette. I do get that question quite frequently, and because I have been studying metaphysics and science of mind probably since 1973, I'm fascinated with energy, and rather than fighting against something, I like to take the existing energy of something and transform it, and not transform it necessarily into gold. I haven't mastered my skills to that degree yet, but even from an energetic point. So, for example, to put it in context, if a business owner is having a difficulty and they keep speaking about a problem, what I will have them do, or what I will guide them to do, is to shift it. So if you consistently, neurologically speaking, when you consistently talk about a problem, it's like taking a bucket of concrete and pouring it on your feet. It just cements you to the problem. So I like to alchemize that energy and redirect a business owner or a CEO and have them place more energy towards what it is that they're looking to achieve. And that's basically what my business alchemy is. That's part of the premise of my work.
This is a lot of people are married to their problems. And it can be challenging some days, because some days you know, if you have a lot going on in your life, you're running a business, you do have a lot to deal with, but to put your energy and your time and your all your energy into the problem just creates more problems. And so we want to, that's why I started doing the work I do. And I just wanted to mention that if anyone would like to call in and receive energetic shifting around success, abundance, with Paula and I, you are free to call in 1-800-930-2819. And we would be happy to facilitate this journey for you. So tell us now, when we connected, we had a couple of sessions, and I told you that don't worry, it's going to shift. And as I talk about this a lot, I've in the past, many clients that I work with, I have energetically shifted them, and they'll ask I want to be good at this or that. And you can strengthen someone energetically to be good at anything. But if they are not following their heart, if it's not in alignment with the subconscious and unconscious mind, the conscious mind all three have to be connected, all three have to be balanced and even and supportive of the goals linked to the heart. And so that's, tell us about your experience after that.
It was quite a wild ride. To recap, I basically went from a very lucrative career to nothing. And then having a conversation with you, I still was doing the work. After we had our conversation, I was still doing the work that I needed to do necessary to build a business, because that's also part of my designation is that I'm a master builder. In the Chaldean numerology, I'm a master builder, so I just know how to build things. And I continued to do that, and I started to see results, but then it was like a seismic shift. It was so subtle, but it was like a seismic shift because things just began clicking into place. I never set out to be, like I said, an executive coach or a mentor to high-profile CEOs. I didn't start out that way, but it seems that after our conversation, Colette, it seems that I moved into my home frequency. And being in that home frequency and then just having really, it's like when you step into that home frequency, you just have a confidence that comes from someplace that you don't even know where it comes from. And as a result of that confidence, things just started to happen. Referrals started to happen. Clients started to approach me. And I went from making peanuts, basically, to back up to where I was prior to where I left my 30-year career. And it's just, the shift has been amazing. And I really do. It like I said earlier in the first segment, it was so reassuring to know that you were out there. And I believed your words when you said, I will help you. Just trust me. And I trusted, and I would, when things were at their bleakest, when, a big bill would come in and there wasn't enough money in the checking account to cover, that's pretty difficult to look at what the reality is. Not that I had $3.98, but to put it in context, if I have $3.98 in my checking account and an $11,000 bill comes in, no amount of affirmation is going to take you out of that fear or that panic, like, how am I going to do this? But just knowing, even though it wasn't there yet, even though it hadn't materialized, knowing that you were sort of in the background working on that energy from 3,000 miles across the country, because I'm on the opposite coast, was so reassuring.
I love it. And I'm so glad, because when I connected with your energy, I was like, wow, this woman, when you phoned me, this woman has so much potential. Let's harness it.
Yeah, and it just to be able to get into the game of life and live into your potential, because it's like, I feel like I'm a circle, and then life puts a circumstance outside that circle, and if we push, we expand and grow, and that really is the edict of life itself, is to step into our potential and grow, and sometimes we can look at a challenge and look at it in a way that's detrimental, as opposed to saying, what, how can I grow from this? How can I learn? And how can I make it better? And once you go through challenges like that, I'm sure all of your listeners have faced some sort of challenge in some way, shape, or form, whether it be health or financial or relationship. But once you've gone through a challenge and you've succeeded, or you have a positive outcome, it gives you the tools to move forward, because you've gone through it.
Yeah, and I just wanted to explain what I mean about the affirmations and the wishing. See, when someone is saying that they're wishing for something, oh, I wish this would happen, I wish that would happen, what happens is you get caught in a loop of wishing, because people only are wishing for things because they don't have them. So it's much better to set an intention. And that's why I say, with my affirmations, I run through them, and I just, even for myself, you can energetically shift something, and then somebody can go back out and get a little bit triggered, and having a $11,000 bill come in that you can't pay, that's a trigger for a lot of people.
It is.
Yeah. And so this is really like, when, instead of like lying to yourself and telling yourself, I'm going to be positive, I'm going to be positive, I'm going to be positive, if we define what the underlying energetic weakness is, then, and clear that, then what happens is we become in alignment, and we start looking at the brighter side, I would like to say. And incidentally, I just wanted to mention this too, because it's coming up there for someone listening right now. A lot of people who have allergies to peanuts, it comes from finances, down the ancestral line. Because you know how people will say working for peanuts, right?
Yeah, I said peanuts.
Yeah. And so because you said that, I was going, oh, okay, well, I'm just going to put that out there, because a lot of allergies are, 99% of allergies are emotional. And so a lot of times what happens is there's fears that come up in your ancestors, and this can be your great grandfathers and grandmothers who went through some really challenging times. There's a lot of, the First and Second World War, a lot of people being displaced in that. What happens is, and all the different things that are happening around the world, and all the information that's coming in. And so we want to make sure that we're not like, if you ask what is the problem here, and you try to logically think it out, but there's an underlying energetic weakness, you will never really resolve the problem 100%. And so when someone gets totally in alignment with their heart, and they train their mind to work for them instead of against them, and this is what you were talking about, the brain path. I mean, do you want to tell us a little bit more about that?
The brain path in terms of when you consistently talk about a problem?
Yeah, what happens?
Well, basically neurologically, it cements you to the problem. You keep affirming the problem, and that's what you consistently reproduce in your life. Because the brain acts like a GPS. I work with a world-famous brain imaging researcher, Dr. Srini Pillay, and he speaks to this, and it's really interesting that all of the esoteric wisdom that we've been learning throughout the ages is now backed by science. So when we consistently talk about a problem, it solidifies the neural pathways in the brain. It's fascinating, but you brought up a very important distinction, Colette, in that your convictions, your speech, and your heart all have to be, your beliefs, they all have to be in a line. And when that triune is aligned, that's where I think the magic happens. You could speak better to that because you're the energy professional expert.
Thank you. We have to take another quick break, and we do have a caller in the line. If you just hang in there, we will take your call right after this break. I'm Colette Marie Stefan. You're listening to the Dr. Pat Show. I'm on the show with Paula Parker, and it is an honor to be on this show, to be able to share this information in such a beautiful way. We'll be right back right after this break.
Oh, Marie. Oh, Marie. Oh, Marie. Oh, Marie. In your arms, I'm longing to be. Longing to be. Baby. Baby. Tell me you love me. Tell me you love me. Kiss me once while the stars shine above me. Shine above me. Hey, Marie. Hey, Marie.
The Doctor is in. Tune in to the hit show, The Psychic Love Doctor, with host Deborah Lee. Deborah's life-affirming, highly perceptive reading method has taught Deborah how to zero in on specific problems with relationships, career pursuits, and current roadblocks to success and happiness. Join Deborah Fridays at 2 p.m. Pacific, and for a special broadcast the second Thursday of every month at 11 a.m. Pacific on TransformationTalkRadio.com.
Wow. Hey, everyone. Welcome. Welcome to the Dr. Pat Show. This is Talk Radio to Thrive By. I'm telling you, I got to pinch myself some days, because when each of us gets called to do something that we so not thought was in our wheelhouse to do for a purpose that's so much greater than us, we get to show up and shine.
If you would like to show up and shine on the Dr. Pat Show as a co-host or sponsor, send us an email to inspire@thedrpatshow.com.
Tune in to Lucid Planet Radio with Dr. Kelly Neff. This hit show will illuminate your senses and empower you beyond your daily stressors and hardships. Renowned psychologist and author Dr. Kelly will captivate you with far-reaching topics and amazing guests as you wake to the greatest version of yourself. Learn to tap into your intuitions, think critically about our world, heal emotional and psychological wounds, and follow your passions to live your dreams. The Lucid Planet. Welcome home. Visit lucidplanetradio.com for more information.
Hi, everyone. This is Dr. Pat. The ancient Inca root vegetable maca is world-renowned for its wide array of health benefits. As a family-run company of true maca specialists, the maca team's mission is to provide you with fresh, organic, premium-quality maca powders at a fair price. Amazing. All of the products are always organically grown, fair-traded, GMO-free, fresh, and potent. So don't take my word for it. Experience the life-changing benefits of maca today. Visit themacateam.com. Get ready to experience Truth Talk Radio with host Deb Acker. Tune in to Truth Talk Radio each Wednesday at 3 p.m. Pacific on TransformationTalkRadio.com to illuminate the truth in your daily life as you experience life, love, and abundance from a whole new perspective. This hit show will leave you feeling lighter and bring you into a place of infinite possibilities every day in every way. Visit TruthTalkRadioshow.com for upcoming transformative topics and guests.
Do you want to achieve your goals? Do you want to strengthen relationships with others? Do you want to improve your financial status? Colette Marie Stefan is partnering with Mark Kettenbach to bring you an energetic upgrade online experience. Unfold and develop your full potential. Visit energeticupgrade.com today for more information. That's energeticupgrade.com.
This is Colette Marie Stefan, and you are listening to the Dr. Pat Show. I'm filling in her shoes these days, or not these days, this day, sorry. And I have Paula Parker on here, and we have a caller that's been patiently waiting. We're talking about success. We're talking about affirmations. We have Jeannie from Washington on the line. Jeannie, are you there?
Yes.
Hi. Do you have a question for Paula?
I'd like to claim my power, stop sabotaging myself.
Okay. I'm just going to ask because when I am energetically shifting, I'm going to just get a baseline from you, 0 to 10, 10 being the absolute worst. Where are you right now when you think about this problem?
I'm in the middle, probably 5, 6.
Yeah, I'm getting around 4 to 5. So I'm going to energetically do some work here while Paula is going to find out what your problem is and talk to you. Caller.
Okay.
So what do you feel the problem is for Paula?
Hello?
Hi, this is Paula. Are you on a career path? Are you switching jobs, or where are you?
No,
you share?
I'm retired.
Okay.
And what is it that you want to be doing?
Well, I'm separated now, and I'm having help with my bills and my rent, and I need to be self-sufficient.
Paula?
So I don't know whether to sell my home and move into my little motor home, or if there's something else.
Well, I'm not a fiduciary financial advisor, so that's not a subject that I can speak to. However, if there are some ways in terms of, I know you said you're retired and you want to be self-sufficient, is there an interest in perhaps something that's part-time for you to generate some kind of revenue, or is that a possibility for you?
Well, I tried, I'm a Reiki master, and so I tried for a year having a small Reiki business, but I wasn't comfortable enough with myself. I didn't believe in myself.
All right. Can I step in here just
Yes,
for a minute?
Because there it is right there. Yes.
There's a few things that have come up. What is your age?
65.
Yeah, this is so common. This is so common because people hit that age of 65 and you have a weakness to your age. I want to strengthen you to your age. There's just a lot of energy where people feel that, they have to retire then. And, if you've ever listened to my show, The Truth is Funny, sometimes I have a beautiful man by the name of Leroy Malouf on, and we do energy shifting together. And when Leroy was 80, we went to Egypt together to teach a seminar. And he says now he's 84 now, and he says he's on his 13th career, and he doesn't believe in retirement. Yeah, and so
Beautiful.
I want to strengthen you to this, and to everybody listening about this, to be strong to that age of 65, to be strong to the word retirement. And when you really look at the word retired, it's like, I'm tired. And so a lot of people, statistically, do not survive much longer, 18 months after retirement if they're really attached to their businesses and that. So we want to really strengthen you and everyone else to, being strong to that age, and then to allowing yourself to go backwards in age to a time. Can you remember a time when you were really successful?
Not really.
See, that's
I've been working since I was 15.
This is coming up ancestral stuff. What nationality are you?
A mixture, Lithuanian, Polish, Czechoslovakian, German, Scotch.
Okay, so what's coming up is this fear of losing everything. People assume that when if they get in touch with their absolute best or their absolute worst, they assume that they're going to go weak to their absolute worst. But most people are way more comfortable dealing just above their absolute worst, because when they step into their absolute best that they really get energetically, they go weak. So I'm just strengthening you to that right now, to all the choices that are available to you. Challenges are only a problem disguised as an opportunity. And so we're going to strengthen you to that. I would just like to ask you right now, where are you at number-wise? Is it the same, or do you feel different?
Still in the middle.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so we're going to strengthen you to when you were middle-aged.
Okay.
And how long were you married for?
The first time for 10 years, the second time for 23.
Okay, so we're going to strengthen you to the marriages, to the husbands. We're going to put that in a triad. That's one of the weaknesses that's coming up here, and so we just get you strong to all the love you have for them, the love that they have for you. That you can move forward now, let go with love. And sometimes that can be very challenging when we're in divorce situations. Having said that, we're just going to strengthen you to all these underlying emotions, and finding to draw people in to, so that you're like a magnet, that you're going to draw solutions in instead of problems. Paula was saying that earlier, that when we get stuck with our problems, it's like cementing ourselves into them. Paula, do you have any? We have another caller here too that wants to move forward here. So I just wanted to see if you have any last words here for Jeannie, and what you would maybe suggest for her.
Quickly, I think that your Colette, your assessment of retirement is quite accurate. My dad turned 103 last month, and he didn't start to slow down until he was in his late 90s. Jeannie, if there's something that you feel when you're doing it feels like breathing, that's a good sign in terms of perhaps a direction of maybe sort of like a little part-time job that could help you supplement. And then I would also suggest thinking of a time or several times where you actually felt that you succeeded at something. And it doesn't necessarily have to be a job. It could be a game that you played, a conversation that you had that you felt was successful. And I would make a small list, and I would revisit those times where you really felt genuinely successful, because it's invaluable in remembering that, because it puts you back in the oscillation of that vibration, and that's where you can move forward in terms of creating what you want for your future.
Beautifully said. Thank you, Paula.
Sure.
So we'll move on to the next call. Cheryl from Kent, Washington. Are you there?
Hi, I'm here. I have a lot of fears and feelings of being stuck and resisting my own self, moving on, possibly with job or abundance. I'm comfortable where I am. I'm kind of afraid of sticking my head up there and getting knocked down, I guess.
Mm-hmm. This is what I was saying about the absolute best. So on a scale 0 to 10, 10 being the worst, how does it feel to you?
Probably, I don't know, maybe a 5.
I'm actually getting about a 9.5. So you're suppressing the emotions around this. So I'm just strengthening that. And Paula, I would like you to ask Cheryl some, what's going on here, and give her some advice.
Cheryl, what kind of work are you currently doing?
I work with developmentally disabled, and I've thought of moving into management or just completely changing to something else.
And do you feel that your current position, is it upwardly mobile? Is there room for you to move into management from where you are, or would that require another step or going elsewhere?
I'm not sure. It depends upon. It depends. Yes, there's a possibility,
okay.
And I might be suppressing it.
Well,
that's where I'm going to have to say yes. You are. I'll keep working on it. You go for it, Paula.
Well, you mentioned the word fear, and if there's fear surrounding any kind of movement, fear is a paralyzing emotion. We all know that. It's constricting. It negates life. It It's not life affirming, and fear actually is known to shut down the DNA. So in terms of fear, I would ask really, what are you afraid of? But before you do that, I mean, there are expressions that we can use that sort of help neutralize that. And there's one that's famous, and I don't know the attribution. It's fear knocked on the door, faith answered, and no one was there. So how much faith do you have in yourself?
Not enough. I guess one of my biggest fears is being visible and being attacked by people, because I have been attacked often in my life in different ways.
Okay, so we're going to talk about that for a quick second here. Being seen is your weakness, and not being seen. So energetically, we're going to shift that for you. That there's a lot of traumas coming up here, and so just strengthen you to any traumas from you, your ancestors, descendants, potential descendants. A lot of this is coming in. We just strengthen you. And I also want to strengthen you to your authentic self triad, which is your body, soul, and spirit, because there's an unevenness there. Dealing from the fear, strengthening you back to your source energy, and what I call the HSN, the higher self network. We're just going to strengthen you so that you can go to source. And then if you just run energy up and down your spine very quickly and feel your heart, so that every time you feel that fear, just to remind yourself that you are moving, you're ready to move into a different way, let go of the fear just in a split second, just be aware of it. And when you're suppressing and how you're suppressing, and things will start to shift for you. This is deep. This is like something that you need to just notice when it's happening to you. And instead of going into the story and really running with it, just stop, breathe, and run energy up and down your spine. That's the hard drive of your computer. And delete what's weakening you. And you don't even need to know what it is at that point. Generally, you'll get a shift. How does that feel for you?
That does seem to resonate.
Yes. What number are you at?
Let me clarify what the numbers are again. What
0 is that you're totally neutral, and 10 is you're really upset.
Oh, okay. Well, then that would make sense why I'm at a 9. Yeah, I'm constantly. Yeah, I am a little better than I was before.
Good. So we're going to strengthen that so that you run. You want to run with the feeling better, and so we're going to strengthen that for you. That you know that you can feel better, strong. We have to take another break here, and so thank you so much for calling in. This is Colette Marie Stefan. I am filling in for Dr. Pat on the Dr. Pat Show today with Paula Parker. We'll be right back after this quick break.
Ever close to my heart, so darling.
Get into it for 2016. Do you want more prosperity, clarity, energy, and balance in your life? Join Lynn Brown now for one of her amazing workshops, each focusing on a key part of living your best life. For more information and to register for one of these amazing workshops, visit lynnbrownevent.com. That's lynnbrownevent.com. And get into it this 2016 with Lynn Brown.
Tune in to The Jen Royster Show, intuitive guidance to inspire your life, each Thursday at 8 a.m. Pacific and 11 a.m. Eastern on TransformationTalkRadio.com. This amazing show is an inspirational hour that will take you on an epic metaphysical journey to discover the spiritual approach to life's greatest challenges. Dr. Jen is an internationally known intuitive counselor, spiritual teacher, and energy healer. Call in for intuitive readings and visit JenRoyster.com for more information.
Shine On Radio. Find Your Shine with Kelly is the show that celebrates what makes you, you. Join co-hosts Kelly Wadler and Dr. Pat Basili as they break down how to brilliantly fuel and move your body and love what makes you shine. Kelly is a professional arts and wellness coach dedicated to helping brilliant women find their confidence, energy, self-love, and shine. Tune in to Shine On Radio with Kelly and find your shine on TransformationTalkRadio.com.
On the cutting edge of the new mainstream, Christine Upchurch is passionate about bringing together science, psychology, and spirituality in a way that can be applied to our everyday lives for true transformation. The Christine Upchurch Show, stellar conversations to illuminate your journey, engages some of the most outstanding visionaries on the planet in lively dialogue to inspire you to become that bright light you're meant to be. Join Christine every Friday at 11 a.m. Pacific Time on KKNW, AM 1150, and Transformation Talk Radio.
Are you tired of being tired? Hi, I'm Mary Jane Mack. Did you know the adrenal glands, the workhorse of the body? They are the means by which you position yourself in life for whatever comes your way. Tiny but mighty, producing hormones the body uses to promote energy and vitality. These adrenals determine how you respond to stress, and when depleted, the body loses its ability to function powerfully when we need it most. The much-needed adrenaline or epinephrine is not available for emergency situations. Cortisone and cortisol, the longer-acting anti-stress adrenal hormones, can also become depleted due to the pace of our everyday lives. We overwork, and undernutrition, our most powerful ally that helps us to live the lives we desire. We are able to determine the optimum function of the adrenals and put your system back in balance. Contact us today to feel powerfully energized at 888-777-4232 or visit us at maryjanemack.com.
When the evening shadows fall and the lovely day is through, then with longing I recall the years I spent.
This is Colette Marie Stefan. I am filling in for Dr. Pat today. You can reach me at thetruthisfunny.com, energeticupgrade.com, and talesfromthevector.com. And if you sign up for my newsletter on The Truth is Funny, you will receive a recording of these affirmations for success that you can use and you can listen to over and over again in case you get re-triggered and you want to shift yourself. It works. It's been successful for many people. And so I have Paula Parker here. Paula, we've been talking about success. We've been talking about taking steps of action. I just wanted to get you to share your contact information one more time.
Sure, Colette. Thank you. It's businessalchemist.biz, so www.businessalchemist.biz, and that's where folks that are listening can take a look at the premise of my work and what I do and how I help folks in the business community move forward.
So for this last segment, I really would like for you to speak a little bit about problems and solutions.
Oh, that's a loaded subject right there. And we could have a whole series on problems and solutions, but during the break, you and I were discussing about some of the high-level CEOs that I work with, and people tend to think that CEOs don't face problems. Well, they do. And there was a client that was discussing some significant problems, and I just turned and I said, look, we can rehash all of these problems, and it's important to identify and be aware of what a problem is. But when we consistently talk about it, we're not working on the solution. We're discussing the problem. But when we use phrases and ideas that can deliver solutions, it opens up a portal. It opens up a portal of solutions and answers that we immediately may not think are available to us. But it's the language that we use and the perspective that how we view a problem and what we do in moving forward towards the solution.
This is so important because what I do energetically is I identify energetic weaknesses. I shift them very quickly. Sometimes there's layers and layers and layers and layers. And as I said, the problem is never what people think it is. So I like to think about problems as or challenges. It's just like a problem that's disguised. it's an opportunity disguised as a problem. And so within every problem, there's something somewhere, there's a reason why this is happening. There's a reason why you're resonating with this problem. And quite often it's your ancestors, or as I said, or your descendants, or it can be many things, cultural influences, religious upbringing, all sorts of things like that. So we want to just really put it out there for everybody that if you're going to move forward, that yes, you have to recognize the problem. You can and you can really get in connection with this energetically and just shift it in yourself just by recognizing it and putting yourself into a place where you start to be able to see the solutions. And, we were talking earlier at the beginning of the show, like here you are, a very successful woman, used to success, and you went through a rough patch. A lot of times these rough patches are actually energetically due to energy cycles of numbers. Like sometimes if it's sevens, it comes up spiritual. But if you go back this year, in the year 2016, those numbers add up to 9. This is a 9 year. So I'm finding with many of my clients right now, a lot of the issues that they had 9 years ago are kind of being revisited in a different way. And so we really want to be aware of that. In a 9 year, you want to collect. You want to collect on everything that you've done and then let go of what is no longer serving you. So we've run out of time because we tend to do that in Radio Land. So I would just like, do you have any last words that you would like to impart, for a minute or so? Just give people some good, solid, something that they can hold on to here.
Just real quickly, I would be mindful of the words that you use in terms of just how you language, because it's impossible to get to where you want to be if you're using a certain language or certain verbiage. And I'll just give a quick example. So if you want to lose weight and your self-talk and what you're saying is, I'm fat, I eat like a cow, I'll never be thin, you can't get to the thinness that you want by using those words. So I would say be mindful. And to every problem, there is a solution. We just have to look for it. And to believe in yourself.
And what's making me laugh here is when you brought that up energetically, I just have to say this. A lot of times when people have problems with losing weight, it's because of their finances. And the word lose triggers a lot of people. And so we want to strengthen everybody out there. I'm just doing that right now. You're not going to lose weight. You're going to release it. And you're going to, and you're not going to lose money. You're going to attract it. So we just strengthen that for everybody. I want to thank you so much, Paula, for coming on the show and sharing all this wisdom. And Benny, thank you for all you do and all this beautiful music. You're making me hungry with these Italian meatball ideas. That, Paula, did you say that you can adapt them for me? I'm a vegetarian.
I can adapt my meatballs, my world-famous meatballs, for you as a vegetarian.
It's all needed for the first meatball off. I mean, that's all I'm going to say. It's for the first annual.
The music has been great, Benny. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, and so you can, I will be actually on my radio show tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock a.m. Pacific time. The Truth is Funny, Shift Happens. I also have a book out called The Truth is Funny, Shift Happens, Stuff You Wish Your Mom Had Known to Tell You. That's going to be available if you go to my website. It's on Amazon and Lulu, and you can get a signed copy off my website if you prefer that. And also, there's lots of stuff happening on my website. Check it out. I've brought out my new energy correcting cards just to help facilitate this for people. All sorts of ways, fun ways to move energy and move into a better way of being. Thank you all for listening, and thank you so much, Paula and Benny and Dr. Pat. I'll be talking to people again on my show tomorrow, and Pat will be back soon.
Preceding audio was via a Skype call.